Spanish. I'm the really damaged. I came here and make the channel froze. I'm really who the panel chose. Put my name up like a dinner boat. Acting tough and I'ma let her go. Name who got a bit of block of shit. Get up till like a telephone. Speak nothing. Cause TK let it come see it. Pins at me, I'm making come treat it. Spin making come beat it. I want the new in the machine out. Jewelry be caught like the temperature zero. I'm the boys, they call me a hero. Heavy then they know what I be on.
Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis ready for this Madden Ultimate Team matchup as you get a peek at some of the big players in today's game. And you're a big player in today's game as well. Let's get the party started. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. On first down, it's Herbert. And that'll be caught by Tony. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Pretty nice work defensively there on the first down run as they hold him to a gain of a couple. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Once again, it's Jacobs looking for a seam but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And all the way in for the touchdown. Calvin Johnson, 43 yards. And the NFC has taken the early lead.
Charles, here in their opening series, they said they had certain plays scripted for certain players. That looked like a well-designed play to get one of their top targets involved.
Yeah, let's face it, Brandon. A player of his talent is a problem for any opponent to defend, and we saw it right there. They tried to deny an open lane to him. He still outplayed the coverage and scored the early touchdown. Good luck trying to figure out how to defend him as this game moves on.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. On 1st and 10, Young. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. That's sacked by Khalil Mack.
Well, the very first thing they told us, Charles, was we need to apply pressure early, and I would call that early pressure a nice sack to start the game.
And on the other sideline, I just have this image in my mind of the head coach on the headset with the offensive coordinator asking him if that's exactly what he saw in his mind when he called that play. And if so, is it going to be like this all day? That's a tough one right there.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
Young on 3rd down. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. And he stopped immediately there.
Alex Singleton, a former Canadian League star, in on the stop.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now a first carry for their fullback. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
After a play like that, there should be congratulations all the way around, I think, because if you can stop a big fullback like that, that's not easily done.
Yeah, he does not go down easily. You're right, but he did there. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's done. And this play comes to a halt at the 33, and obviously that's well short of the 1st down. That'll bring up 4th down. They wind up getting 8 yards, but they needed more than that.
I can't call anything. What the heck? Oh, I swear God, I can't call anything. Of course, he's going to accept it.
Well, the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
Now Young on 4th down. He's got his tight end, David Njoku. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
So this drive going to continue following the conversion on 4th. Here's 1st and 10.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. They'll keep it on the ground. It's done. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in, your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
Young to throw on 4th. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
Nice satisfying run on 1st down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we've got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
His first catch, good for 8 and a 1st down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver?
Nowhere to go for Herbert, and he's going to go down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Man.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Herbert. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. He couldn't get away. He'll wind up losing a dozen yards, a 12-yard loss, and it brings up 3rd.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Herbert now.
No.
That is caught. It's Uzama. A crazy sequence here. A huge gain that time, but it still leaves him well short for 4th down.
I don't know how many times, not just in my playing career, but you and I working together, have we ever heard a coach say, you know, I just don't have that play on my call sheet. And that's really what we had here. That was a big hole they were trying to get out of.
Yeah, big gain, still a ways to go, though. Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And that will force a turnover on downs. A 1st down throw for Young. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Rasul Douglas picks it. And they'll be down just outside of the end zone at the 1-yard line.
Well, his arm strength never an issue, but this one winds up in the wrong hands.
Oh, the coverage here is just terrific because when it's done really well, sometimes you can't distinguish whether it's the receiver or the defensive back the ball's intended for. He actually ran with him in perfect motion and able to make a big-time play.
They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Shaquille Barrett in on the tackle. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. From his own end zone, Herbert. Throw left side complete. That's Ward. And he's able to get this across the 10 before being taken down. Now the NFC going to call the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Man open, that's Jamar Chase complete.
And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime.
Another one into the hands of Jamar Chase.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. The offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. The kick by Crosby is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense, the firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Mom, do you have the toothpaste?
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu.
And he will be out of bounds with no time remaining on what will be the final action of this first half.
So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. 10-0 is our score as we get started again on EA Sports. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result.
Can I get the toothpaste? Can I get the toothpaste? I was looking for something. I had to get.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.